Well, once upon a time, this used to be the season opener before it fell victim to a pandemic reshuffling. But now Albert Park is back at the heart of the F1 calendar, so welcome to sun-kissed Melbourne for the Australian Grand Prix. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 14 corners and 3.28 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles per hour. The close proximity of the barriers make accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Michael Schumacher lines up on pole position. And starting next to them is George Russell. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Sainz, Albon, Stroll, Perez, Bottas, Tsunoda, Hülkenberg, Gasly, Zhou, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Sargent, and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me for the first time this season here in the commentary box, Naomi Schiff. Hello, Nomes. I don't want to, but we should look at their recent performances, and I think poor is a universal word to describe them.
It certainly has been a disappointing time for this driver, and they need to remember that there are lots of young, talented drivers out there who are gunning for their seat. However, they are in the seat because the team trusts them, so they've got to remember that they've got to go back in the car, slow it down a little bit, and just bring back some consistent point finishes. It's not always about winning, it's about being consistent and reliable for your team.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Tyre condition still looking good. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap, box this lap. Okay, Michael, we've got some clear track around us now, so let's use it and make this next lap a quick one. Let's go. Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Decent time in the pits, and the team will be hoping they can get back into action as fast as possible so they don't lose too much time from this stop.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Yellow flag. Okay, clear. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Lando's in the pits. Lando in the pits. Okay, Michael, I know you've had a couple of offs, but don't worry about it. Get your head down and let's just focus on keeping the next few laps within the white lines. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 21.4 seconds. information on Perez. Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car. Great stuff, mate. You hit the target well there. Nice one. It's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down. Caution, caution. Green flag. Okay, Michael, lap times are a little erratic at the moment. Let's try and close up the difference between them. Yeah, really good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work. Still a long way to go, though. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Gap to your teammate behind, 13.3 seconds. Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserve that race win. Well done, mate.
There was never a moment of doubt today. You could tell that they completely had it under control, and that is a sign of greatness.
Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race for McLaren, that's for sure. And no doubt, they'll be celebrating tonight. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
quite get what we needed out of that, I'm afraid, but don't worry about it. There's a long way to go. Chin up, and let's focus till the end. That wasn't quite what we needed, I'm afraid, but listen, don't worry about it. It's a long way to go, so let's just focus until the end. Right, I'm afraid we didn't quite meet our targets there, but don't worry about it. Get your head down and chin up, and let's focus on the rest of this race. Okay, mate, we didn't get what we needed there, I'm afraid, but head down, chin up, and let's focus on the rest of the race. Okay, well, it wasn't to be this time, but not to worry. There's a long way to go in this race, so let's focus. Okay, unlucky, mate. It was a good try, but we didn't quite meet our targets. Not to worry. Get your head down and chin up, and let's focus right the way into the checkered flag. Okay, unlucky, mate. That wasn't quite what we needed, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down and chin up. There's a long way to go. Okay, mate, I'm afraid we didn't quite get what we needed there, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down now, chin up, and let's focus right until the checkered flag. Okay, mate, that still wasn't quite what we needed, I'm afraid, but look, let's move on. Get your head down and chin up and focus till the end of the race.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts.